Hey story lovers. If you're into mystery, suspense, and unexpected twists, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe, relax, and let's dive into today's story. Everyone dreams of that perfect love story, the kind you see in movies, where two souls meet and their worlds instantly collide in harmony. For Aria Monroe, it felt like destiny had finally knocked on her door. A simple, passionate writer from Portland, Oregon, Aria never imagined her life would change so dramatically in just a few months. It all began at a charity gala in New York City. Aria was there to cover the event for a literary magazine, feeling out of place among the glitz and glamour. But then she saw him, Liam Sterling. Tall, impeccably dressed, with sharp eyes that seemed to look right through her. A billionaire known worldwide for his business empire, Liam was the kind of man who could have anyone he wanted. Yet, something about Aria's quiet confidence and genuine smile caught his attention. Their first conversation was effortless. Liam wasn't interested in the usual superficial chatter. He wanted to know Aria's dreams, her fears, the stories she wrote. They connected on a level that surprised them both. Within weeks, their relationship blossomed from stolen moments to passionate dates around the city's best spots. Liam's charm was intoxicating, but what drew Aria most was his vulnerability, a side the public rarely saw. The proposal came during a quiet evening in Central Park. Liam knelt with a simple yet elegant ring and asked Aria to be his wife. The media frenzy that followed was overwhelming, but to Aria, it felt like a fairy tale come to life. Their wedding was an intimate affair in Tuscany, a dream location filled with sunflowers, ancient villas, and golden sunsets. Surrounded by close friends and family, they exchanged vows promising forever. Aria felt like she had stepped into a storybook. The future seemed bright, filled with endless possibilities. Yet, deep inside, she wondered if love could truly survive the shadows of a man like Liam Sterling, a man whose life was wrapped in secrets as complex as the empire he ruled. The honeymoon began like paradise itself. An exclusive island in Seychelles, endless turquoise waves, and nights spent under glittering stars. Liam was the perfect husband, attentive, passionate, loving. The early days were filled with laughter, long walks on the beach, and whispered promises of forever. Aria believed she had finally found the happiness she'd dreamed of. But as the sun dipped lower each evening, a shadow crept into their paradise. Liam's behavior started to change in subtle ways. He would answer phone calls in hushed tones, sometimes stepping away abruptly. There were moments when his eyes clouded over, like memories too heavy to carry. Aria tried to brush off the unease, telling herself that business was stressful and that the man she loved was just under pressure. One night, curiosity gnawed at her. She noticed Liam sneaking out of their villa after a late call, a tight knot forming in her stomach. Quietly, she followed him along a winding path surrounded by dense palm trees. The moonlight barely pierced the canopy, but she caught glimpses of his silhouette moving with purpose. Liam stopped outside a small, staff-only building, one she hadn't seen before. Aria's heart pounded as she crept closer, straining to hear what was said inside. Voices, deep, foreign, and words that made her blood run cold, offshore accounts, coded messages, and "the girl can't know." Aria's world tilted. The man who vowed to love her forever was living a double life, a life she had no part in and perhaps was never meant to know. The following morning, the sunshine couldn't penetrate the darkness looming over Aria's heart. She waited for Liam to wake, the weight of last night's discovery pressing on her chest. When he finally appeared, looking as handsome and composed as ever, Aria's voice trembled as she confronted him. "Liam, what is going on? Who were you talking to last night?" For a moment, silence hung heavy. Then Liam's eyes softened, and he pulled her close, as if trying to shield her from a storm she didn't understand. "There's something I need to tell you," he began slowly. "I didn't want to keep secrets from you, but some truths are dangerous." He revealed a part of himself few ever saw. Beyond the billionaire image was a man caught in a web of powerful enemies and hidden threats. His fortune was built not only on business but on navigating treacherous waters where betrayal was common and trust rare. The girl mentioned in the phone call was a warning, someone who might use Aria against him. Liam's life was a puzzle of coded messages, offshore accounts, and guarded alliances. He admitted that marrying Aria was his attempt to find normalcy, but his past refused to stay buried. The revelation shattered Aria's illusions. The man she loved was living in a dangerous game, and she was now part of it, whether she liked it or not. That morning, the once romantic honeymoon villa became a battlefield of hearts. Liam's eyes, once full of love, now flickered with guarded sorrow. "I fell for you, Aria," he confessed, "but my past is a shadow I can't escape." Tears welled up in Aria's eyes as she fought to process the whirlwind of emotions, love, betrayal, fear, and confusion. The man she had trusted was a stranger now, trapped by secrets that threatened to swallow them both. "Why didn't you tell me?" Arya whispered, her voice breaking. Why keep me in the dark? Because I wanted to protect you, Liam said, reaching for her hands. In this world, knowledge can be deadly. I thought if you knew everything, you'd leave. But I love you too much to let that happen. Their confrontation was raw and painful. Arya realized that love wasn't just about fairy tales and perfect moments. It was about facing the darkness together, or walking away when the shadows grew too deep. Faced with the unbearable truth, Arya made the hardest choice of her life. To leave meant heartbreak and solitude, to stay meant risking everything, her safety, her identity, her soul. She spent the last days of their honeymoon walking alone on the beach, the salty breeze mixing with tears she refused to shed in front of Liam. She knew the man she married loved her, but their love was entangled with lies and danger. When they returned home, Arya quietly moved out, choosing to rebuild her life away from the billionaire's shadow. She wrote her story under a pseudonym, pouring pain and hope into words no one would ever trace back to Liam Sterling. The world admired Liam Sterling as a genius and philanthropist. But Arya knew the truth hidden beneath the glitter, a truth she vowed never to forget, a love story with a price far beyond riches.